everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And yep, let's just get into it. And right now we can see that Bitcoin did get another green candle on Sunday. We got some more upside as Credit Suisse is now being bought out by UBS. We are down a little bit right now, but nothing to worry. As let's just get over to Market Cypher here, and I'll show you guys on the weekly time frame. We just got a new candle, and boy oh boy is it looking bullish. We have a 15 and a -5, and on top of that a green dot confirming the trend. However, this weekly candle has not closed, so we're gonna have to follow this one closely for the next 7 days. And we are headed into a high volatility week as the FOMC meeting and the federal funds rate is going to be posted on Wednesday, so keep your eyes peeled for that. But other than that, let's get over to the daily time frame. Let's take a look at what we're seeing right now. We have a 16 and a -2 on the dual band strength index. The money flow is still kind of at that zero line. It's about to cut into the green, but still has some room to go there. VWAP is coming down, and the momentum waves are starting to curl here, but they still have some room to go. So you could technically still expect more upside in Bitcoin. However, the momentum is definitely starting to slow down right now. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see we got a green dot earlier during the day today, and we did get a pump up to 28,300 or 28,493 looks like here, but I think on the 28,460, but we started to stall out there. Again, I have a level here for Bitcoin to potentially go at. Let's take a look at the CME futures here. We actually formed a gap, another gap right here on the CME futures for Bitcoin, so it's very possible that we could come back down and fill the gap at 27,000 before coming back up. But just take into account we do have a gap here at 29,000 or 28,900. I have it marked that we could potentially fill the gap right around 28,800, which is a level I already have out right here for you guys. And all the free members, obviously you guys are taking a look at my videos. Yeah, this is would be a level of potential rejection if Bitcoin were to go there. But again, what you want to be doing now is longing the dips and not really shorting, but you definitely want to get on the train, because right now the banks are failing, right? People are running to safe haven assets like gold, silver, and people are even getting into crypto. They'd rather hold crypto than hold US dollars inside banks after all. Let's take a look at Wave Edge. Let's see if we could see anything on the weekly time frame. Nothing too crazy here, but let's take a look at the daily and see what we got going on. We do have a daily sell signal right now, so it's very possible that we could get some selling pressure. But again, we've seen this right around this area as well, and we actually ended up getting a big pump. But again, these are just whales selling into the market. So again, this is just maybe them taking profits right around the highs before or near the highs, because I still think that if you are going to go up, it's very possible that you go up to the 382 right around 28,850, which is another level that I've been looking at. But right now you're at the very minimum, and you're at the 0.236, and we did reach that level. And right now I guess you're trying to hold that level before going up. But let's just see how everything plays out. We are in the trade right now. We are in the money. I'll keep you guys up to date if I take profits or not. All right, let's move on here. Let's take a look at what the S&P is doing, and I'll actually want to take a look at what the S&P looks like on Market Cypher, because right now the S&P did just get a pretty ugly week, and right now we have a 12 and a -2 on the weekly. Please take into account we still have a lot of red money flow. And actually, before I continue on the S&P, I forgot to tell you guys that on Bitcoin, once we got this green dot confirmation, and when it does confirm on Market Cypher, it has historically followed with a massive rally towards the upside. If you negate the one that that we got during the COVID crash, obviously we started to go up and then we crashed because of COVID. But again, that's kind of like a black swan event. But you can see that from the one that we got in May of 2020, we rallied up 648%. And from the one that we got in 2015 here, we actually did get a dip after that, but we ended up rallying all the way up 5,898%. And I don't think we got, oh yeah, we did get one here as well back in June of 2012. It has gone up 23,000% since then. But are we going to get another 20,000% pump? No, I think we're going to get some diminishing returns. We're probably going to go up maybe if we're lucky, if the money printer goes on and everything goes according to plan, you could get a very substantial pump, maybe 500, 400%. It really depends on how much liquidity they are going to inject into the system, how much the US dollar is going to fall in value. All these things affect how Bitcoin is going to trade. And again, we're almost back into that green money flow, right? And I think I've talked about this many times with you guys. Once we cut back into that green money flow, the bull market could potentially take off. And right here, you can see every time we got into that green money flow, we got a huge 6,800% pump. We cut back into the green money flow, you get an 848% pump. And I think all the way back here, oh no, we didn't have money flow back then because there was no data, right? So are we going to cut back into the green money flow soon and then get another 300, 400% pump? I could definitely see that. It's still in the cards. It's very possible. So always don't get your hopes up about Bitcoin, it's going to crash and stuff like that. It could definitely, because the market is on very weak legs right now, and if we do start to come back up and double top and come back down, then yeah, I do see Bitcoin coming back down to 17,000 or potentially even lower, right? But again, we are traders, we react to market conditions that are changing, and right now I think Bitcoin is a little bit overdone, but it could still see more upside because it is in a strong uptrend. And that's what you want to take a look at, is the trend of what the market is doing. And right now, Bitcoin's in a very strong uptrend. But a pullback would not be out of the question. Anyways, let's keep going on. Let's take a look at the S&P. I think I was going to talk about the S&P on Market Cypher, and we already covered the weekly time frame, the monthly time frame. I don't know if we covered it, but we did get a green dot here back in December, and we have been trending up. But now we are, getting some rocky waters here, with the bank starting to fail. Daily time frame, we're still in that green money flow. It's starting to come back up. We did get a green dot during the middle of the week, I think last week, and we are up 1% since then. But if we're gonna keep coming back up, I'm gonna show you guys some levels at which you could potentially get into some shorts here. Let me just head over. I think I moved the line. Yeah, I didn't want to move a line there, but for the S&P, I think that we could potentially come back up to that 4,054 level, or if we're really lucky, then you're going to potentially get a pump back up to that 4,100 level, at which point I would definitely start to inch back into a short position, as I do believe that the Fed is going to pivot, but this will cause another market sell-off because this will induce more inflation than there already is, and markets the Fed says that it's been trying to fight inflation, but they've been doing everything wrong, raising their rates too slowly, waiting too long to raise the rates, and then now they're printing more money to save the banks. A lot of people want to argue that it's not a bailout because of the way they're structuring it. Listen, if their balance sheet is increasing, it's clearly a bailout, right? Anyways, let's move on. Let's take a look at oil. Oil up about 1.15% right now. So is natural gas, up about 1.16%. I think I'm keeping you guys up to date. I have two long positions on oil and natural gas right now, which I think oil is a little bit oversold. I think you could retrace at least back to $72, or if not $74, which would be a retrace back to the scene of the crime. And then on nat gas, I think you're still oversold. I really like nat gas at these levels. Nat gas is extremely oversold in my opinion, and I think you're going to head back up to $3.50 or $4 in the later part of the year. Let's take a look at gold and silver, and gold is getting a bit of a sell-off right now, as it has been rising significantly these last few days, or I should say the last week, because look at that weekly candle. Oh my goodness, it has just been skyrocketing non-stop due to fear of the banks collapsing and going out of business. But if the Fed has managed to restore, how do I say this, not the opposite of panic, but if everyone's calm and relaxes, then you're going to see gold and silver potentially start to get a pullback here, as I do think it is starting to get overdone, and you're going to start to run into this trend line right here, which will potentially act as resistance. And I shouldn't say potentially, it is going to act as resistance. If you bring it down just a tad and you let that wick go up here, then you're going to tag this level right now, which basically we are starting to tag it in. Yeah, overall, I think silver and gold will go up eventually because of the dollar going down, but for now, I think it's a little bit overdone on the charts. I think that's enough for today. I'll give you guys some more analysis tomorrow after the markets close. really interested to see how the markets digest all this news about FRC and SIVB and Credit Suisse being bought over the weekend. It's going to be interesting. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. You guys are all awesome, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.